What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, White River Rambo. Look right back here, son. Look right back here. We got decap broadheads on a Muzzy Deviant, and then back underneath here, we got a couple Ospreys packed. Susan is hooked up to the greasy spoon. You can't see that at all, can you? We are headed to Eastern Kentucky and going to hook up with my boy Jason Lucas from Warhead Arrow Company. Should be a good time. Thunderchickens comes in tomorrow, and, well, we're going to chase them with stick and string. Let's get started. Well, boys, welcome to Eastern Kentucky. I know it's a little crude going through the windshield, but you can see we definitely ain't in Kansas anymore. Now, I got to spend a little bit of time here last fall. Did a short little deer hunt before it got rained out. And, I mean, yeah, they're hills. Yes, some of them are steep. They're not all steep. And it's just kind of like, you just got to go. Right, that's all there is to it. So, Jason is wrapping up some orders on a Friday, and then he's going to meet me down here. I've taken it upon myself to find some public ground about 15 miles away from his private property, and I'm going to stick my nose in there. I had the boat with me, obviously, but we're not going to start off there. So a couple days ago, Kentucky Fish and Wildlife put out a new website that actually monitors WMA improvements, including burns and logging. So that new little MRI I found has led me to find this parking zone on a trailhead on a WMA only less than 20 miles away from Jason's private ground. And we're going to stick our nose in there this afternoon, hike up a hill or two, see how that goes, and nose around, see if we can find any scratchings, see if we can locate a bird. And, well, we're just going to put a little time in for the next 4 hours or so. And, yes, I have the boat with me, but I'm starting out on foot.
In a half mile, turn left.
One thing I would like to note is the time of year is perfect. You know how it is, right? If you got too much cover, you're not going to hear a bird very far. You got too many hills, too steep of hills, you're not going to hear a bird very far. But if it's bare, man, it's hard to get close to one. So we got just a little bit of open undercover, and the big trees aren't completely open yet. Man, the next 3 to 4 days should be perfect right here in Eastern Kentucky. No hunting. Translation? Big bucks come off this hill and end up in that alfalfa every August. Look, I literally walked 200 yards and run into a fucking conservation officer. I swear to God. No, you got a spray rig on back there. They're doing a lot to this WMA. So, hey, maybe I'll get a chance to meet him or her and touch base. I would love that. But no, just step foot in here and gonna take a little hike. I think we're on them, Jimmy. Like they can run, but they can't hide. Look, I can still taste the DNA in that one. And it's a hen, but it's a starting point. Kentucky Fish and Wildlife have got their hands full with this place. So, if you go into the KWFR, whatever the hell it is, website, you can see where they've been actively logging, and they're only doing it in strips. 7 acres here, 12 acres here, 40 acres here. And, boy, it's going to do a load of good. Check this out. Look at the mass crop that is still laid around here. Now, obviously, it's probably not any good. There might be 1 or 2 good ones in there that something might pick through. But this whole ridge top, right along the edge of this clear cut, just buck poop after buck poop. This would be an awesome place, low impact. I'm literally 300 yards from a truck on top of the ridge. This would be an awesome place to kill a whitetail. But I want to go back over here to this open field and show you what else I'm excited about. I'll tell you one thing I ain't excited about. It's drier than a popcorn fart. But the rain's coming. Careful what you wish for. It's gonna come a heavy rain here before too long. So at the other end of this field, trail goes around that way. All right, so we're on the back side of this last open field, but you can see the change in environment right there. That's another cutover. This is all open, and as I stand here talking, you know, I probably ought to pay attention. These big rock outcroppings, there could be timber rattlers in here. It's not something I'm used to, but I'm in the hills, son. I mean, that's definitely a good spot for that sort of thing. Great big chestnut oaks up here, and then I did find a Walmart tree stand. I got one question for y'all. How come you leave the Walmart shit in the woods, but you never leave the Lone Wolf custom gear for me to find? Okay, like I ain't taking the time to take that back to the truck. I would have took the time to put it out here. We're gonna continue on out this ridge a little piece and follow the environmental changes. Let me give you this shot right here. Okay, see that green patch across there? That is that growth that I was talking about. Okay, so that's last year, or the year before's growth. And everything's a little greener on that side. Looks like it is to me. Don't know. Obviously, that's a half-mile away and a good hour hike. I'm gonna go back the way I came and then walk the other way past the truck. I've already put in 9/10 of a mile this way. There is turkeys here. There is scratchings here. Although they are old, I believe the majority of the activity is down in this bottom right here in front of me. Won't know that until the morning. Once again, local knowledge. Seen the old boy out there working on some stuff, and I'm like right at the end of this road that I want to go up. It doesn't say there's public access here, but on the satellite I can see where there was a turnaround for logging a couple years ago. And so I pull in, talk to him, holler at him, you know, yeah, man, yeah. He goes, oh, turkeys, huh? I said, you turkey hunt? He goes, maybe. And he goes, might have been listening to birds this morning. So good luck to him. I guarantee he's on them tomorrow. But local knowledge says if I drive up the end of this holler and the top of the ridge where that gravel turnaround is, it's on the government. So he said, yes, there's enough room for you to go back there and turn the boat around. So I'm gonna go back there and look at it. And I think from what we saw a couple hours ago, this bottom is gonna be higher activity than what the ridge was. So let me get back in here and figure this out, because one hairpin turn and I'm dragging the boat to the ditch. So comment below if you would bring your boat down this road. Oh, squirrel. First sign of wildlife. Squirrel ain't even running. He's like, look at this crackhead. Yeah, I am. We're now in 4-wheel drive, and ain't scared yet, because I'm still in belief. I'm still in belief that there's a turnaround back here. Oh my God. Ooh, wide spot. I see a wide spot up there. Not only a wide spot, right there back here where the boat is, there's scratchings alongside the road. Oh my God. Okay. Let's park this beast. So, couple things. I was worried about this road not being good enough, but I should have thought ahead and realized that somebody hauled this gravel in here. Okay, It may have been 5 years ago when they logged it. And I wish I could express this on video. I'm a mile from the truck already. And it's been about that grade, okay? All the way down, which means I gotta go all the way up. Trail goes that way. Another trail goes this way. And then right up there, up that ridge. Right up there, right on top of that peak was where we were at, I don't know, 3 hours ago. And then that's where we came down. And then on that top, that little shelf that you can see, that horse trail goes around that way. What I was not expecting is a half-ass food plot. The weird thing is, there's no gate, there's no nothing. See all those brown, that's all wood. This was a loading deck where they loaded logs out of here. Probably 3 years ago off this side and probably 2 years ago off the other side, and they probably just pulled them right down here to the same loading deck. Man, I'd like to see that operation. So me and Jason been friends for a couple years, and I've been shooting the Warhead arrows, and I thought I'd give him a little opportunity to just let y'all know what he has to offer at Warhead Arrow Company.
What's up, everybody? Jason here, Warhead Arrow Company. Just wanted to sit here and say a few things about the arrows. Got a couple different things for you options wise, 4mm, 5mm, 6mm. Couple different options in the 5mm, which the new one here, this is for 2026. This is the Rain Terror, brother to the Rain. It's a lot lighter GPI, but I also offer stuff in the 3D department too. So if you don't get into hunting and you like 3D more, or it's that time of the year for 3D, I offer a 23 series. Also offer crossbow bolt. So also offer a lot of nocks to go with them. Couple different colors, varieties: red, orange, green, blue, purple, strobe, white. So there's a big selection there.
Show that pin there. Let me get a close up of it. There you go.
It's a trigger mechanism here inside that fires whenever you shoot that bow or shoot the arrow. It triggers it on, and then it has a little brass pin here for the off, which is pretty simple.
A little easier switch to get to than a lot of the other manufacturers. I fumble with that myself. I like the brass pin.
I've shot it through pass-throughs too, and a lot of people have questions about it if it's going to trigger off with that brass pin, and it hasn't. So plenty of videos, plenty of people tested it and stuff, and it does pretty good with it.
Cool.
But
then after the shot, you also have Warhead seasonings for the grill, right?
Yes. I've had 3 seasonings, like a steak type, brisket type, chicken type seasoning for about a year or so now, but it just came out with a taco seasoning and a sweet heat that's going to be good just about on everything. So got 5 different seasonings. Everything's on the website. So you're successful in the woods, bring it to the grill, all one-stop shop at Warhead Arrow Company.
There you go. I'll have a link in the description below. You go check out Warhead Arrow Company and the link to all his social medias as well. Well, waiting on the sun to come up on another state. This time we're going to do things a little differently with the old Chinesian guillotine. Got Jason here, and what'd you bring this morning? You bring a Sicario?
Got the Sicario, got my decap bow, and my 410 for insurance policy.
Oh my, we got the 410 insurance. And we're about to get up top of this hill on some private ground this morning. We're gonna let the boys have it over on public this morning, and then probably go in there in a couple days. We're gonna put our time in.
That last one's. He's over on that other ridge. You see the trees through these trees? Yeah. He's down there on that bottom side of that hill, bro. Yeah, that was across an open field. Yeah, birds sounded different. So kind of what's going on, we're in an open cemetery up on top of a knob, okay? Everything around us is a lot thicker. There's definitely, I mean, like within 500 yards, we probably got 5 or 6 birds, yeah, at least. But that's all we know. We don't, like, there was a hen right here, and she lit down and went down that way. Birds are active. They're calling. But we don't know how many hens are down there. We don't know none of that. Every time I call, I'm getting answered. So, hey, it's not a bad scenario. We just gotta wait for the right bird to travel on over this way, and never know what's gonna pop up out of the woods. So, there could be birds sitting over here that haven't gobbled this morning. It's been hot for the last few days, and I don't expect the birds to gobble very long into the morning, but I'm just gonna hang tight and see what happens. You think you can shoot him? I can't tell where that bird is. He's up there. Bad thing is, if you killed that bird right there, and that other bird comes in, he's gonna go
He's trying to be a big turkey. He's got like a 6-inch beard. I think he needs to die now. I can't shoot through that window. If I get that gun without making too much noise, I can blow his head off with him. You're gonna shoot him before I go poop. I think that other bird's coming now. Do you hear him? Yeah. No shit.
We gotta show these guys that finally met their match. Hey, Pepin!
I'm hearing you, Bonnie.
I see you got Charlie Crawford down there with you.
Yeah, we got a whole lot of...
Oh, my God!
Damn!
Hey, Pepin! Charlie Crawford ain't with you anymore!
Bastard!
Hey, the insurance policy. They work better when you put a shell in them. No kidding. Dude, when that clicked, I was like... oh, Kentucky opener, baby. Put on a show for it. I don't care who you are, that bird come up there and just gobble his head off. I don't care that he got half a fan or whatever, but there's another bird just down over the hill over there. Give it just a couple minutes, I'll start calling him. Congratulations, dude. Nice. Hell yeah. I want to give a quick shout out. Salt Creek Custom Ammo. Every year for the last couple years, man, lights out. It works every time. You put the shell in the gun first. You have to load your gun. I don't know if you know that or not, but I'm going to do a video later on how to load your gun first. Then that's hilarious. That's a damn big Jake.
Pretty heavy.
You got any spurs at all? No, just nubbins.
Yeah, he's got a little one trying to poke out there.
Huh. Smallest thing about him.
He's probably about 14 years old. They're rubbed down to nothing.
He's a pretty bird.
Success in Kentucky.
Yeah, yeah. One bird down, one bird checked in, another bird located right over yonder. And, well, we got to move. So, get rid of some gear, get rid of some layers of clothes, and, you know, we're back at it. Welcome back, race fans. Let me give you the long and short of day 2 in a little 2-minute breakdown. Cold front moved through last night with some heavy rains. Didn't last real long. Forecast for this morning was supposed to be 7 to 10 mile an hour winds. Turned out to be 17 to 30 mile an hour winds. Things got a little violent this morning, a little chaotic. Went down to some WMA where I, had a hard time turning the boat around, and was there waiting for it to get daylight. And right about the time we're getting ready to get out of the truck, oh boy, blows by us in a Jeep Wrangler, and then turns right up there where we was, like literally right where I was getting ready to put the blind, and turns back and goes back in on private. 45 minutes later, he shoots. So, yeah, congratulations to you for living here and knowing what the hell to do. So instead of messing around with that or anything, we just decided to drive, that trail that I walked down the mountain and then had to walk back up. Yeah, that almost killed me. You don't know nothing about. Yeah, it's much more enjoyable driving it. We drove down to the bottom of it and listened for a little while, nothing. Went to the other end of the WMA and walked down some trails. It's got some food plots, and sat right in the middle of it. My thought was, sometimes it's best not to just put in miles and miles and miles. Sometimes it's best to just go where turkeys want to be and listen and wait. And that's what we did for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'd crow call here and there. I'd cut here and there. And I'd kind of snooze here and there. That sun hit you, son. You know what's up. But, yeah, didn't hear a bird this morning. Not a single gobble. And, well, it is what it is. Okay, weather and the wind, pretty rough. So we decided to get some Fat Boy calories, come back, and I slept with Susan for a little while. Jason's got some family right up the road here with some health issues, and well, our thoughts and prayers are with him as they try to battle that. Cancer's a bitch, as y'all know. So in the morning we will be back at it again. If I don't come up here this afternoon, wind lies down just a little bit more, I might drive up there myself and see if I can listen for a bird. So anyway, we'll stick around for day 3. I'm sure you've all been here before. The majority of the direction that we can go is that way, and there's 3 gobblers that way that we can't get to. There was one bird over here that gobbled, but it was like, was it over there? Was it over there? And we're having a hard time figuring out where they're at. Okay, well, as soon as I turn the camera off, a bird that we wanted to gobbled a couple more times. And it's kind of borderline, right? We could take the bike down the hill and up the next one. But it's only about 700-800 yards. We're going to hoof it and then try to get over and get closer. We probably got 15 minutes or so before he flies down. And I think we'll get over and let him fly down and then try to set up close to him. So we're gonna start hiking. What time is it? 8 o'clock. 8:12. Okay, so the same bird that we've been talking to all morning is still just right on the other side of the gas line. There's another one. You heard that one over there. That one was over here. So there's 2 of them now. And that other one sounded like a big bird too. So there could be 3 because there's Jake over there with them. On that ridge line. That other one sounds like he's on that road that goes to the left a little bit because he's more this way. And then that Jake sounded like he was over that direction too. I mean, that bird definitely sounded different the second time he did the first time. The thing about these hills and hollers is a bird literally could be gobbling at you and then turn around and gobble down the hill, and he sounds like he's 300 yards away from where he gobbled the first time. So they're talking to us sometimes, and I mean, we're in a good spot. There's scratchings all around here, so we're just trying to draw him up over here and our setup. Set up on a logging road on the top of a ridge. Birds gobbling. Just gonna take a little bit of time. Patience. Well, boys, a little defeated, but I can't tell you where any worse for wear. We set up on this bird for what, about 2 hours, I guess. Wow. Probably gobbled 150 times, and made a little move on him. Went back about as far as we could, and he's way down in the holler and on the other side. And he did gobble once at us after we made a move. Called to him a couple times. I just sit there on the ridge and listen for an hour, and he never made another peep. So he's either just straight following him, like there's scratchings and scratchings and scratchings for days, even though we never got a hen to talk to us this morning. So it's 10:30. I think it's time to get out of here. We'll try to locate a bird on the way out here a little bit, but probably about time to get something in our bellies. Well, boys and girls, wrapped up our little Kentucky episode here. We spent 3 days in eastern Kentucky, and hey, we got a bird down, worked out pretty good, and then had some bad weather, and then we got on a couple other birds, got to work those birds, or more like they worked us. Didn't have another opportunity, but I mean, that's bow hunting. You have to be patient. I have moved way too fast, way too many times. And, well, kind of my style these days is in a blind. Once I pick a location, I'm there for at least an hour, usually 2, okay? I'm going to give that bird the opportunity to leave and come back if he wants to, because I've seen that happen more times than not. But I'm going to head back to Indiana. I got about 36 hours until our opener, and I have not even scouted. So I've got a lot of work to do. And while you guys are enjoying this episode, well, keep up on all my social medias and see how I'm doing real time. Oh, and before you get out of here, drop down in the description and give Warhead Arrow Company a look and a follow on Instagram. Tell him White River Rambo sent you, and yeah, come on over and join the community. Jason's good people and makes good product too. I've been killing some animals with it for a couple of years, and it's just good stuff. So, as always, y'all stay safe, shoot straight, shoot off, and don't forget to wear the personal flotation devices and tree stand harnesses while you're out there chasing God's critters. And, well, I'll see y'all on the next one.